Train the muscles, not the joints. Rich guy, like I said, invest in your shirts. Yeah. You can sell these things for like pennies on the dollar. You can. A few minutes ago, I was setting up my shot and somebody stole my bench. You shouldn't steal my bench. This is what happens if you steal my bench. You guys aren't done yet, right? Yeah. Aw man, every time I come here, you guys are finished. What the hell? Is it me? Scary story alert. Why are you good? Yeah. You go with your family member? It's actually school. It's close to Halloween, so it is kind of horror. It's always some students on a field. They go somewhere and then shit goes horribly wrong. You know, if it's this close to Halloween, try not to be the guy. Try to wear the main color shirt, like the shirt that nobody else wears, and then the other people that are all wearing the same thing, they're kind of like Star Trek. There's the guys that die when they go to
Just don't wear red.
Don't wear a red shirt. Don't do it. All right, guys, I'm doing it. Been doing this quite a bit lately. I don't go to 315 too often because I find that that rep range doesn't feel quite right on my joints and stuff, so I'm kind of sticking around 275 mostly, so we'll see how this goes tonight. So welcome back to another Natural Gallant bodybuilding vlog, and I hope I didn't scare you too much with that story in the beginning there about, you know, the one person wearing the red shirt, you know, always goes missing, you know, and all horror films, they all seem to start like that, you know, a bunch of teenagers go in the woods or they go to a beach and it's all happy, and then that's it, it's over, you know, but that's Halloween, so sorry about that, it's Halloween, happy Halloween. Well, seeing as it's Halloween, I might as well tell you a scary story of a man that went into the gym and he had really small biceps and yeah, and that's about the scariest part of the story. Okay, fine, so I'm not the best storyteller, but hey, you know, I tried, so there you go, there's your Halloween story for you. So anyway, today I'm training some chest, back, and biceps, and as you can see, I'm doing some bench presses with 275 there and having some fun. Let's do one more for good measure, one more. Das good pump, yeah, das good pump, huh? Das pump, huh? So I'm sticking to 275 today because I just, like I said, I just like it. I get the ultimate pump from it. It really feels good. You know, when I use too heavy, it's almost too much. It's kind of like, I feel like Goldilocks sometimes, you know? Somebody's been sleeping in my bed, you know? Somebody's been sleeping in your bed. Oh, this bed's just right, whatever. You know, I don't know how it goes anyway. You know, porridge thing. You know how the Goldilocks story goes. But anyway, the bottom line is that too high reps doesn't work, too low reps doesn't work, and sometimes you just find that sweet spot, that perfect rep range. So if I want to work chest, I want to bring my knees up. All the way up over like this. I like this dip machine to be a little bit wider, but this is the only one we have here, so. So from bench presses, I moved over to dips. I don't do a lot of dips these days, mainly because this dip rack or dip center, or dip station, dip, whatever the dip thing is. But anyway, the bottom line is too narrow, and because it's so narrow, it doesn't really hit my chest as much as I'd like it, but it still feels pretty good. So it's good to hit things from different angles, so that's important. Any minute now. Any minute. Okay, there we go. I hurt my thumb the other day. Slammed the thumb right in the dumbbells, but it doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt. So even though I have a narrow dip station, I still can hit my chest quite well if I keep the shoulders back and make sure I lift my knees so that way it tilts my body over. So that way I'm leaning over the movement or leaning over the bar, you know? So this way I'm hitting my chest and not my triceps. Now, if I wanted my triceps to be hit, then I'd make sure that my body is more straight up and down, and then I would get more tricep development from it. You're leaning over. So from there I went to some pull downs, and the reason why I'm doing pull downs is I probably lifted like a mountain the day before or something, or did something really superhero-ish or something, you know, where I had to use my lower back for some type of movement, and then I felt like just doing some pull downs because I didn't want to use my lower back anymore.
If I was doing it, I'd just lift the cart up and throw it on the truck. But that's me. I think he's doing it wrong, but you know, whatever. He can find his own way of doing it.
So that's very important. If your lower back is kind of tired, if you are a superhero too, and you sometimes do things on the side, such as save people from burning buildings and all the rest of it, you may want to consider doing pull downs if your lower back is a little bit tight, you know, because sometimes the victims that you're saving are not exactly light. Sometimes you're saving multiple people at once. Sometimes people are just a little bit heavier, you know, and you got to carry them a long distance, you know, whatever it might be, you might want to move over to the pull down. And as you notice, I never straighten those arms because I don't want to train the joints. I want to keep the tension on the muscles, not the joints. And by doing so, I build a bigger back. That's just kind of how it works, you know? You keep that tension on the muscle because the muscle is capable of adapting, but the joints aren't quite so capable of adapting. They're capable of snapping, you know? So I start moving up in weight because I think somebody turned the gravity down in the gym. You know, something was happening where I felt that things started to get a little lighter. So I don't know who was responsible for that, what supervillain or whatever, but there was something going on where I just felt like I was getting stronger for some reason.
Fuck, that shit feels light. Shit felt light. I thought you took my rack. I thought you did something to it. That stuff was way too light. I had to go heavier. Marty's gonna watch because Marty's really impressed. Fire department got called because there's a monster in the village.
All right, no more cheesy jokes. Okay, I promise, no more cheesy jokes. Okay, well maybe one more cheesy joke. I don't know. So I can't promise anything, honestly. With the mood I'm in lately, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. So anyway, from there, from pull downs, I went to some bent over rows, and I just stuck to 225 today. I didn't want to do any wrist straps. I only use wrist straps when I go 275 or higher, just so that my grip isn't giving out before my back does. It's not because I need wrist straps in order just to be able to do the weight, but if I want to hit failure in the back, I need wrist straps when I'm using the heavier weights, right? 225, not so bad. Once I get into 315 or 275 for bent over rows, then I need to start using wrist straps just to make sure that my back is failing first.
Can you see that? The fire truck is here. See, it's right there. Fire truck is right there. And it's here because these puppies are on fire. These puppies are on fire.
So from bent over rows, I went over to some bicep curls, some hammer curls to be specific. And the reason why I'm doing hammer curls is because sometimes I want to not work the long head of the bicep. I want to work, you know, the different heads like the brachialis instead of the brachii. And one of the reasons for this is that sometimes if you overwork the brachii, you will notice that you might get front delt tightness and all this kind of stuff. So it is good to balance it out sometimes with some hammer curls. And you'll find that if your bicep that crosses the shoulder becomes the weak link at some point, and sometimes you don't want to work that area for whatever reason, you know, maybe you're overtraining it a bit, maybe you're training a lot of back, maybe you're doing a lot of incline curls, whatever it might be. It's good to hit different angles and different parts of the bicep. So that's why I use the hammer curl from time to time. So thanks a lot for weathering my cheesiness and my horrible jokes, and here's a little bit of what I look like right now. And thanks a lot for watching, and happy Halloween, and take care for now. And if you need to get a hold of me, just go to naturalgallantbodybuilding.com.